Hey, it's British Cook. Sorry I'm a little bit late online. I had a couple of technical problems. Really good to see everyone here. Is anyone in the chat yet at all? What I'm doing today is I'm going to be doing a recipe which I absolutely love on how to do. Hi Melanie, fantastic to see you. Is anyone else here at all? What I'm going to be doing today is a recipe on how I make pancakes, and also a couple of different things which go with pancakes as well. I'm going to do as well. So it's going to be about perfect, fluffy, delicious pancakes. These are sort of an American style of pancake. Excuse me. Right, let's start again. Hi, welcome to British Cook. Today I'm doing pancakes. What I'm doing is what we call the perfect pancake. It's going to be a nice, really light, fluffy American style pancake. These are foolproof and always work every single time I do them. What I'm also going to be doing is a couple of things with the blueberries and the strawberries as well, which you might want to watch. Who have we got here? So we've got Melanie, we've got All Rain 44, and a couple other people as well, I think. So what I'm going to be doing is today as well, I'm going to be using the KitchenAid hand mixer, which I've never used before, which should be quite good fun. So to go through ingredients, first of all, we've got 1 large egg. We've got 2 tablespoons of melted butter. That's cooled down a little bit. It's not hot anymore. We've got, let's go through this the big way. We've got 2 tablespoons of caster sugar. We've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And we've got half a teaspoon of salt. That's normal sort of table salt, so fine salt, because the reason I use table salt a lot of time in cooking is because it mixes much better than like rock salt or whatever. Also, over here we've got a lemon, which has nothing to do with the recipe at all, but I'm going to be using that later. 130 millilitres of milk, which is about 4 ounces of milk. And we're going to warm that up slightly before we use that. And 130 grams of flour. 135 grams of flour, 130 mils of milk, 135 grams of flour. If you're here in the chat room, please say hello to me, so I know you're here. I can see there's a few watching, and it really helps me as well if you're able to give us a thumbs up. One sec. So who have we got here today? Is anyone in the chat room? If you want to join me in the chat room and send me direct messages, if you're on a mobile, if you scroll down, there's a live chat there. Hey Laurie, wow, from Canada. We've got Melanie, I think, from Rhode Island. We've got Arlene from across the pond, which I'm guessing is America somewhere probably. And we've got Laurie as well from Canada, which is fantastic. Yeah, as I was saying, if you want to join me in live chat, if you scroll down on a mobile device, you'll see a live chat icon. If you open up, you can send me a message straight away. So, it's going to be quite interesting because, as I said, I'm going to be using this KitchenAid mixer, which is like a small blender for the first time. So, see how that goes. Should be pretty cool. Right. So, the first thing you want to do is get your flour, which I've already sieved. There's 135 grams of flour there. I've sieved that into a bowl, and we want to mix our dry ingredients. Ooh. So, we get our caster sugar and pop that in there. We get our baking powder and pop it in there. So it's 2 tablespoons of caster sugar there, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 good teaspoon of baking powder. And we're using plain flour here as well. I should have mentioned that before. This is plain flour and half a teaspoon of salt. What I'm going to do is just grab a fork and give that a little quick mix together. So we're mixing the baking powder, the sugar and the salt into that flour. So I've just set the flour into here. I don't think you always need to, but I think with pancakes it does make a little bit of a difference. If I was making bread, I wouldn't bother, but with pancakes, I think it helps them rise a little bit if you do. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to crack an egg. Just have a quick look in chat. Can you see that? Yeah, should be able to. I'm going to crack one large egg into the bowl. Excuse me, I'll pop that in the bin. Give my hands a quick wash. Sorry, when you're making videos, obviously when I normally cook I can sort of just wash and cut it, but I prefer to keep my hands as clean as I can. Give that a quick whisk. So that's like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to combine the liquid ingredients. So as I said, we've got the 130ml of milk. I'm going to warm that in the microwave quickly for about 20 seconds, just to give it a little bit of warmth, because when we take it out of the fridge, it's normally very cold, and it really helps things rise if you warm it, basically. And I've got the same sort of tip on my scone recipe as well, so that's good. If you bear with me 2 seconds, I'll just pop that in the microwave. I'm going to warm it for about 20 seconds. 130ml of milk there. So how is everyone today? We all good? Is it late or early there, Melanie? So we've got 130ml of milk. It can be any type of milk. It can be semi-skimmed, skimmed, or full fat. Also, obviously, if you want to, you can substitute that for water, or you could substitute it for almond milk, or whatever suits your dietary needs. You need 130ml of warm liquid though. Okay, so let's grab this. Oh. We've got a warm milk there. Let's have a look. Sorry, double checking actually see what I'm doing. So, this is always the fun of doing things live. So pour the warm milk into there. Pop that out of the way. 2 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter. You can use salt if you want to, but if you're going to use salted, I wouldn't put any salt. If you're going to use salted butter, I wouldn't put any kind of salt into it. Really what you want to do is try and use unsalted butter. If the recipe calls for salt to be added, generally speaking, you tend to use unsalted butter. If it doesn't mention salt, then I tend to put salted butter in it. Depends what it is though. So 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter goes in there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get the egg. We've got 1 large beaten egg here, or whisked egg. Pour that into there. And we're going to get this, and bear with me because it's the first time I've used it. Pop that on there, like that. Okay, put that there. Let's have a quick look at chat. It's very early in Rhode Island, I see. Yeah, it's an awkward time for me really to be doing the, well not awkward, but it's an odd time, but I need to do it unfortunately a day earlier on, unfortunately, which means, when I'm saying, so this goes into here. Let's have a look what's not there. It goes there. Let's just get this into frame a minute. This isn't a product review, this is just a quick try out. And on top we've got it adjusted. Okay, so what you got, wow. So that's mixed together really, really quickly actually. On the top here you've got a selection of 5 different speeds you can turn it to. Let's see where that was. That was, let's try it again. That's 1. And obviously that'll be up to 5 there. Really powerful, really, really good. Quite pleased with that. So, take that out, shake it off a second. Oh, he says. Pop that there. Just going to move those out of the way a second. So now we've got our dry ingredients mixed together and we've got our liquid as well, combination. So take the top off that. What I'm going to do is quite simple. Mix the dry and the wet. 1 second. Sorry to keep waiting. So I'm going to pour that into here, like so. And what I'm going to do, normally when you make pancakes, hi Fizz, how you doing? Fantastic to have you here. Normally when you make pancakes, you sort of make them quite far in advance and let them sit for a long time. But today, because we're using baking powder, we don't need to do that. So bear with me a minute. As I said, this is the first time I've used this. Second time now. Trying to make sure it's actually on camera. Oh, wow, turn that one down a little bit. Let's have a look. Don't know if you realise, but I'm quite good at making flour explosions. Okay. Wow. So what you've got there is a really powerful mixer or blender, probably. KitchenAid one. It's like trying to hang onto a fire hose. That's unreal. Right, so pop that just out of sight for a second. Cheese ball pancakes. So some would like me to make them cheese ball pancakes, which sounds fantastic. Who would have thought cheese ball pancakes? That's an interesting thing, isn't it? So the batter is very, very thick. And what we're going to do is just leave that for a few minutes. We're going to just fold those extra bits of flour in there a second. I'm actually looking for something I can't find, so what I'm going to do is just go around there with a knife and just fold it all in. Give it one last little mix. I'm looking for a silicone slice, but I can't find one. So, back you come. Try this for the camera. There we go. Beautiful. This makes amazing pancakes. They rise so, so well. That's all that together. What we're going to do, because we've got the plain flour and the baking powder, just leave that for a few minutes. Don't put it in the fridge. No, there's no need to. Already you can see bubbles starting to form in there. It's a very thick batter. Normally when you make pancakes, it's quite a thin one, isn't it? Generally speaking, or a lot thinner than that. But this does work really well. Bear with me a minute. I'm just going to pop over and start preheating my pan. Okay, let's take you over this way. Right. While my pan preheats, I'm also going to start doing a second little thing as well, which is going to be blueberries, and I'll make the blueberries into a sauce by adding sugar and butter as well. So give me 2 secs, I'll be right there. I've got 150 grams. Hi Cheryl, I didn't use egg whites, I used just one whole large egg. So basically you get one large egg and you just beat it, well, whip it up with a fork, with a knife. What am I saying? You whip it up with a fork, and just to mix together with that. So that's what you do with the egg. Is there any other questions at all? Just get that on a second. Do you know that, I don't know why, I think it's something to do with chemistry, but whenever you make a pancake, the first one always comes out horrible or very wrong. This makes about 4 to 6 pancakes, and they work out about 10 centimetres across at that sort of amount, and about 1 centimetre high. They're quite light and fluffy. They're a sort of traditional, not traditional, but an American style pancake. And for me, they're the best pancakes you can make. They're so delicious, and they work every single time. Just had to move the camera because the connection is very, very poor. Got quite a few things I need to work on really when I'm doing these lives, but one is getting everything prepared in the right place, but the second thing is making sure that connection is still quite good. So I'm just preheating some butter in a pan. I've got the pancake batter here. As you can see, as I said they would, those big bubbles have already started forming in the pancake batter. Really nice big bubbles, and you wait till you start cooking these, they're going to be absolutely delicious. So for the first pancake, you want to get that pan nice and hot. Sorry to keep you waiting, I'm doing a couple of different things and the connection's slightly bad over there. So I want to get it ready before I take you across that. I've got 150 grams of blueberries, and what I'm going to do, when this finishes, I'll put all the measurements down below. I've got 150 grams of blueberries, and I'm going to be putting some sugar and butter in with them as well, and making them into sort of a blueberry sauce. So, get the sugar in a minute. Okay, right. Sorry about that. Drop scones. I've got a recipe on scones actually, but yeah, they are a little bit similar in a way. They're very, very thick pancakes. Very, very thick ones. So let's take you over. The reason I've kept you over there is because the connection here isn't quite that great. So if I start losing, you'll probably move me back again. What we've got here, just let me adjust this a second, is the following. We've got that pan nice and hot. Sorry to throw you around so much. Got the pan nice and hot for the pancakes, pancake batter, and we've got another pan here with about 100 grams of butter melting in it. What I'm going to do with that pan is get 150 grams of blueberries and just pop them in there, like that. We'll turn up to quite a high heat actually, so I can get them cooking away. What I'm also going to do is put about 100 grams of sugar in it as well. Depends how sweet your blueberries are. But again, this is so easy to make at home and so quick as well. Really worth doing. Okay, pop you over there. Sorry about this. Do apologise. Oh, there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is cooking the pancakes in butter. The butter's on a low sort of heat at the moment. I just want to get something to grab that out with. These pancakes are so good, really good. Scrape that down, that nice thick batter. Just put a bit like that in there, about a quarter of it. With the blueberries that are cooking away there, just give them a quick stir. Mix that sugar and butter in there. Lovely big fat, that's the wrong word. Lovely big blueberries. Love them. And this is going to cook down into a lovely sauce to go on these pancakes. I did say the first pancake always comes out the wrong way, and doesn't look fantastic to be honest with you, but it will be quite nice when you see it all done. So as you can see in the pancake, it's starting to bubble up already, and what we're going to do is leave it there for about, basically what I tend to do is I tend to leave it there until the air bubbles pop on top. So I tend to leave it on a sort of lowish heat, now it's hot, until those bubbles pop through. As you can see, the blueberries are starting to cook down with the sugar and butter, and they're going to be a delicious topping for this. You need to give them a fair bit of heat, you want to get them all broken up. And what I'm cooking this in is butter. It's always best to cook pancakes in butter, I think. Okay, I've lost connection again. It's saying to me that the connection's been lost. Can anyone let me know if they're still here? Okay. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Melanie and Laurie. Really appreciate it. So this one's starting to really bubble up now, this pancake. Let me just see if I can show you a little bit closer. The big bubbles that are coming up out the top of it. The butter is looking quite brown. That's because I've had to heat up the pan quite hot. Hi Di, fantastic to see you here. Does it? Fantastic. Okay, can you see now? The blueberries are there bubbling away. That's just what we want. Oh. Our first pancake, I'm just going to lift this up, which won't do any good, and you shouldn't do this at home. Look at the size of the air holes in there that are forming. Absolutely massive. It's going to be lovely, light and fluffy. Pop that one over. Yeah, that's got typical first pancake syndrome. Absolutely. First pancake, it's never any good, is it? I'm really pleased you're all here actually, because I'm doing this at an odd time of day for my normal live streams, a little bit later. So I did wonder whether I actually catch anyone, but this is just really worth doing. Just grab a plate. Okay, wow. Yeah, that has made a monster. That pancake is not the best pancake, I promise you. It's the first one, it will get better. I'm going to pop some more butter in there and get on with that in a second. Absolutely delicious pancakes. Really, really light and fluffy. Let's get some butter in there a minute. In fact, I might change that pan. I think it's a bit hot now. So just going to give that a quick wipe out. I think the pan I had it was a little bit too warm for it. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, that's fine. That's good. And grab a little bit of butter. Can you still see okay? Is it still connected? Hi Dan, fantastic to see you here, buddy. Really pleased about that. Just been making the pancakes and the pancake batter, and I'm making a blueberry sauce with sugar and butter and blueberries right here. It's always tough. The first pancake never works. It doesn't matter what you do. The first pancake never works. Some people say it's the pan heat. That's a hot pan actually. You want it nice and hot though. So, oh, he says as he destroys the kitchen. Let's just move it a little way over here. When hopefully you can see me, just pop this into the pan. Get rid of that. Okay, so the butter's melting there in the pan. The pan's nice and hot. Again, scrape about a quarter of this mixture out. There's really thick batter. And if you prefer to, it's probably better to try and pour it if you can. But as I said, this batter makes really thick, airy, light pancakes, and it's not very pourable. Being honest with you. You could put it into a icing bag actually and squeeze out that way as well. Let's have a quick look. So, okay. So who have we got in chat then? We've got Manly. Thank you very much. Yeah, it should be pretty good. And Creative Fundamentals. He's in the house. He's got a fantastic channel. If you want to learn more about building your YouTube up, he said he's an expert pancake eater. I can't speak. He's an expert pancake eater. Which indeed I am as well. I've got the stomach to show for that. Yeah, Laurie, I wish you could smell it. It is so good, especially the blueberries. Yeah, it should be good. It's really simple as well. It's just big blueberries, butter and sugar. And give that a little bit more heat. This one I've turned down a little bit. So what we're waiting for, you need to get the pan really hot to start off with. But what you want is for these air bubbles to form. And wait until you've got quite a few of the air bubbles on top. I know it's a little way away, I do apologise for that, but when I moved the camera just now I lost connection again, so I'm going to have to keep it here for a second. Yeah, so we want these air bubbles to form here, without burning it. So, there we go. This is looking pretty good too. And with the blueberries, as I said, when you first put them on a high heat, and then let them cook down on a sort of gentle simmer. But they go so well on pancakes. I mean, pancakes without blueberries, that's just not quite right. So there we go. So this was the first pancake, which is normally a failure, but you can see in parts of it, if I break it in half, what it's actually like inside. It's full of air holes, full of places for your maple syrup to go. How fantastic is that? It's just really light, fluffy, really nice, and it always works like this. I can guarantee you, it always works. Delicious, nice big thick pancakes. In fact, I might just have a bite. Wow, that's really good. Going to turn the blueberries off now for a minute and just let that carry on cooking in its own heat. So I don't want to completely destroy them. So that's that. Go to live chat. Hang on a sec. Let me just catch up a second. Yeah, Laurie, it does smell amazing. Thank you very much, Dan. Dan from Creative Fundamental says thank you very much. Dan says congratulations, my 4,000 watch hours, which I finally got, which is brilliant. Really pleased about that. Sharon wants a little bite. I tell you what, this is going to be quite a big pancake by the time it's actually done. Let's just see if we can move you over here. So what I've done with this one, because the pan's nice and hot, it's just starting to bubble up a little bit. We're going to flip this one in a second. And I'll be honest with you, these aren't British pancakes, are they? They're not British pancakes, but I like American pancakes. I like them more than I do, generally speaking, British pancakes. I like them light and fluffy. I like maple syrup. I like blueberries. That's from visiting America, I think. I just absolutely loved it when I had pancakes. I was amazed by it. What do you put on your pancakes? What do you, if you're there, then it was still there because my connection's terrible. What do you normally put on your pancakes? What's your favourite? You're a syrup guy. So Dan's a syrup guy. What kind of syrup do you have, Dan? Let's have a quick look at that. Take over this way a second. Maple syrup, yeah, it's a way forward, definitely. That butter is a little bit burnt on there. Not too badly. It's not going to affect the taste on that, but you can just see those bubbles coming through on the top there. We'll leave it there on a low heat for a few moments more until it comes up. Yeah, I mean, I know that I read that about maple syrup, that if you buy it in Europe, it's different to what it is in America. I think in Europe it has to be a certain percentage of maple syrup, or it has to be called maple flavoured syrup. I'm not sure if it's the same in America. Okay, let's just pop that there. This is the worst part of. Really need to work on this. This is the worst part of the house reception, right this corner. So we've got there big nice holes in there, you can see. Again, just flip that over. That's slightly well done on the back there, but we're cooking pancakes live, it's not going to be perfect. Just finish that one off on that side for about 20 or 30 seconds. Just grabbing the bit, and we'll move you away from that corner a second because that's where the reception's terrible. Yeah, it does look, it is crispy on the outside, definitely. Let's have a look. Again, that pancake, it's got butter in it, it's got milk in it, it's got all sorts of goodies inside it, and it's full of big holes. It's very thick. Let me show you how thick that is. It's about a centimetre thick, I think. So pop that one down there. I also just want to say thank you very much to everyone that's turned up. It's really good to have you all here. Absolutely brilliant to have you here today. As normal, my live cooking is a little bit of chaos, but that's half the fun, isn't it? Let's be honest. No one comes here for perfection. Okay, get some butter in there. You can never have too much butter with pancakes. That's my thinking anyway. I'll turn that down a little bit as well. What we'll do is just pop this one in. So as I said, this should make about 4 to 6 10 centimetre pancakes, but I've kind of just chucked it in today. If you want to make more of the batter, you can add a little bit more milk. So rather 130 mils of milk, you could add 150. It will give you a thinner batter. It won't rise quite as much. It'll be easier to work with though. Certainly be easy to work with. But these are my perfect pancakes. Although they don't look perfect, they certainly will taste it. Let's just pop back into chat a second, see what's going on there. Right. Okay, just scrolling back a second. So because this pan's very hot now, I've got it on a low heat. It will just take a little bit longer because you don't really want to be burning these pancakes too much. In a sec. Okay, right. So maple syrup's really popular. That's fantastic. I love maple syrup as well. Yeah, Melanie, I mean, I think it is expensive. It's about £5 of maple syrup for a small bottle here as well, which is probably about $7 or $8. So we've got loads of people. That's fantastic. Got Dan, Melanie, Laurie, cinnamon syrup. I do like that, definitely. Yeah, you can make it as well. Peanut butter and jelly on waffles. Do you know, I've got a waffle maker here actually. I do like making egg waffles sometimes. And Julia's in the house. Hi Julia, good to see you. Thanks for popping by. There you go. Just going to move the camera because it's telling me the connection is going. There you go. I've just moved the camera because it said there's a very bad connection. Could you all do me a favour and let me know if you're still here? Eggo in the UK. No, that's store-bought. No, we don't know. I don't do store-bought waffles really. Hey, True Financials in the house. Got something exciting coming up with True Financials in a few weeks' time, hopefully. Hopefully, we're going to be doing a little bit of budget cooking and a little bit of collaboration. Really looking forward to that, True Financials. Should be quite exciting. So the pancake's slowly cooking away there. I'm going to let this one go very slowly because I want it to sort of just do its little thing. Mainly, it is expensive, but like £5, it's not massively expensive like that. It's like I'm trying to put it in perspective. It's like half an hour's work wage, or an hour maybe, not an hour for me, but it's not a lot of money, but it's really good. I mean, how can you not have maple syrup? Real maple syrup. You only use a tiny amount of it. Hey, okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. Brilliant. Sauce Stash is here. Fantastic to see you, Mark. Brilliant to have you here. I'm doing my normal thing in creating chaos in the kitchen and making some pancakes. These are my version of pancakes. They're an American version of pancake, really, actually. So it's a strange thing to see in British cook, but I do prefer my pancakes looking like this. Yeah, True Financials. I can't wait to work with you. It's going to be fantastic. There might be a collab in the possible future with a couple other people here as well. We'll see about that. If I can get better at making videos, probably. But so what I'm going to do, as you can see, I'll take you over this way. This one's just started to bubble up a bit, and that's what we want to do. It does rise quite a lot, this batter. It's very thick. It's a very thick batter, and it rises lovely. The baking powder in there really helps it out. So remove that. Okay, that's more like it. So I've just flipped that one over. As I said, because we're cooking the butter in quite a warm pan, it's got a little bit of a crust to it, but that's exactly what maple syrup's for, right? Your maple syrup, your bacon, mix it all together with the pancake, it's fantastic. Over here we've got the blueberries, which I made. So we've got blueberries, which I was making earlier as you watched me. Blueberries which I've cooked down with sugar and butter into a nice sweet sort of sauce. So thanks so much, Mark. I'll speak to you soon, buddy. Brilliant. And Mark's got a fantastic channel as well called Sauce Stash, where he makes a lot of really cool stuff actually. Okay, nearly there. Nearly there. Okay, this pancake. Hi, So Salio, fantastic to see you. Brilliant to have you here. I'm really pleased everyone's actually here. You have no idea how much I'm smiling. It's lovely to see everyone. Okay. So this pancake is a beast. Most of you know when I cook, I don't really cook small things. It's about 1.5 centimetres in height. And that's how much they rise if you follow this recipe. They are really, really thick. What I've got over here as well is I've got a pancake, it's the first pancake, which is always a failure, normally. Now this is the first pancake, it's a small one, but just look at that. Just look at how aerated that is, and the sort of, the rise on it. Just try and get that into focus a minute. Absolutely delicious, really fluffy, so tasty. Hi Mike, great to see you here. Bear with me 1 second. Excuse me. Right, okay, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. Sorry, the connection's a little bit slow here. Okay, Sally, yeah, you've been making pancakes. Sally's got an amazing channel actually. It's all sorts of different things from crafting, baking, and a lot of baby stuff too. Um, have I been? Yes, they have. Yeah. So let's speak English now. Slow down for a second. You've been making pancakes. I've been making pancakes too. That's fantastic. You prefer bacon, ham, or sausage for your pancakes? Yeah, that's true. I mean, this does have some sugar in it. You could make these without sugar to make them all savoury. Um, Dan from Creative Fundamentals saying mail that to me, which is great. Okay, my connection light's coming up, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to pop this down for a second while I bring this sauce across. Oh, bear with me. Okay, right. Let me just catch up and chat properly a second, and then what I'll do is I'll speak to everyone. Okay, right. Yeah, it's a Whopper. This is a huge. I've got really big hands anyway. This is a huge pancake. I mean, they really do rise like a rocket. You could probably use less mix in there if you wanted to, and they always come out of this really, really aerated. Oh, yeah. So like this, I don't know if you can see that, excuse my fingers because I've just pulled the pancake apart, but really rise an awful lot. So it looks like I'm going to be posting them out to True Financials and Dan Currier from Creative Fundamentals. Sally's been making thin crepes. Yes, Sally, there is baking powder in it. I use baking powder on top of, it's plain flour, but I use quite a lot of baking powder in there. Thanks, Mike. It's great to see you here. Julia, I don't use buttermilk, not in this recipe. I do sometimes, but this is more about the rice. I'm doing a video on how to make buttermilk scones and buttermilk biscuits, along with buttermilk pancakes, in the not too distant future. A sec. Hi, Laurie. Yeah. Laurie, this is a fantastic thing to use the clock cream on. So I'm going to put that onto a different plate. Excuse me. Do you know what? I really enjoy these lives. I know they're complete chaos, and I know that I should probably do things differently, but I do really enjoy doing them. Really enjoy it. Okay. Yeah, Laurie, clotted cream would be really good in it. So let me just show you. Right, hang on a second. I'm going to need to photo that in a minute. I should rename this Kitchen Chaos, shouldn't I, really? Right, excuse the squeaky floorboards. Okay, so that's a big pancake. It is really a big pancake. Look at the width on that. Doesn't that look good? And what I'm going to do now is get my blackberry. I've lost my marbles. Blueberry sauce I've just made. I'm going to smother that all over here. So what we've got in here is got the blueberries, the sugar and the butter. And what I'll do is I'll put the list of the ingredients down below afterwards. I'm going to cover that in blueberries. That's one. Melanie, thank you very much. Great to see you. Sally, yeah, I know they call them biscuits, but they're a little bit different. So that's the blueberry on there. What I'm going to do in the next pancake. Oh. Yeah, this doesn't use buttermilk, but next pancake. Have a look at that. Anyone hungry? Yeah? Peckish? I wish you could smell this. Honestly, I know I'm forever saying that in my videos, but if you could smell this and see how big it was, you'd be like, forget dinner, I'm having pancakes. Now, in England, Traditionally, you'd have lemon and sugar. I've got a lemon there. I don't really fancy that. I fancy I fancy some syrup. He says. I tell you what, one day I'll actually do a live stream where I've got everything ready. In fact, the curry one was pretty good for that, actually. The thing is, I'm trying to sometimes squeeze them in between other bits. Right. Okay, so Bittersweet UA is saying she makes puffy pancakes with buttermilk. Are they all buttermilk based, maybe? This is based on milk. As I said earlier in the video, or live stream, you can make pancakes. These pancakes you can actually make with water if you want to. If you're dairy intolerant, you can make them with almond milk. I mean, it doesn't make an awful lot of difference. You just need moisture. The rice comes from the baking powder mainly. So anyway, as I said, it's about time you got some maple syrup. Maple syrup goes on. Good bit of maple syrup. Now, there's one thing I've forgotten, isn't there? Butter. I know I should have done this when it was hot, but I was busy talking to everyone. Maple syrup and butter. I placed that up quite wrongly, but ignore the bit on the side where I squirted it everywhere when I squeezed it. Does that look good to you? Peckish? Should be good. Just wipe that off a minute. Do you know, I've never had maple syrup come squirting out of that when I squeezed it. It just went everywhere. But that's part of the fun of cooking live, isn't it? So ideally we would have done this as soon as it came off the pan. The butter would melt with the maple syrup and mix it. Really, really nice. Okay. So Creative Fundamental says I'm making them hungry. That's good. So does that look alright to you? What do you think? Not bad for quickly throwing together a pancake, is it? And over here, we've got this. With the blueberries, the butter, and the sugar in it. What's your favourite? Which one do you think you fancy? And syrup, yeah, definitely, okay. So Creative Fundamental says syrup. This here, let me see if I can just focus it. No, it's not going to focus very easily. Excuse my hands just because I've been cooking. They've got butter and all sorts of things on them. Just focus a minute. There we go. Lovely, light and fluffy. Fantastic. Has anyone got any questions at all? Okay, so we've got a bit of a mixture here. Dan would prefer syrup, and we've got two people per blueberry, 3 people per blueberry. Nice. I love blueberry. I don't know, I just absolutely love tasting blueberries, especially like this. Just want to say to anyone that's been here at all, thank you so much for joining me today. It's going to be quite a short live stream, but if anyone's got any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Nice. I bet you any money you think I want you all gone so I can eat the pancakes, and you wouldn't be far wrong, to be honest with you. No, I'm only joking. So in England, normally you have a pancake which is much thinner than that, and you have the pancake with lemon and sugar. Or you can have them with strawberries. You can cook the strawberries in the same way as well. So you can chop the strawberries, put them in a pan with sugar and butter, and then fry them up. Let's see who's still here in chat. If you're in chat, could you do me a massive favour and just say hello so I know you're here? So Sally's still here. That's fantastic. Okay. Has anyone got any questions for me about pancakes or about British Cook or about British cooking in general? Hey, Laurie. True Financials, maybe around, I'm not sure. Could be gone. Hey. Oh, I look like Bad Santa. Do you remember Bad Santa, the film? That's what I look like. Okay, so let's just see what we've got there question-wise. There we go, that's better. Fantastic. How is everyone, all right? Wow, I really need to get this light sorted out. Yeah, the ingredients, okay, right, so let's go through this. Lemon sugar is delicious, especially with a little tiny bit of butter. Our pancakes here are much thinner. And, okay, so yeah, True Financials, I will be listing the ingredients later. I did go through the ingredients at the beginning. What I'm probably going to do later on is list them into American cup sizes, as well as the grams as well. Because as I'm going today, I haven't done cup sizes. Sometimes I do. I should really get it all done in advance. But today's been a real rush. I'll move that a second because the light's going everywhere. Oh, light then dark. Turbo toast in the house. Yes. Sorry, your pancakes turn out dry. I mean, do you mean thin and dry, or do you mean like this kind of goodness? That's not focusing, is it? There we go. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, True Financial, it's quite a normal thing for me. Do conversions because a lot of people watch this from America, which I absolutely love. Dry and crumbly. Turbo toast. What do you make your pancakes out of? What do you use normally? Promise you, if you use this recipe, you won't have dry and crumbly pancakes. Hi, Di. Fantastic. Thank you very much for coming along. Really nice to see you as well. Sorry it made you so hungry. It tends to happen a lot on live streams. And I'm sure Julia said something earlier as well. Lemon sugar, yeah. Lemon sugar and a little dash of butter is always very good. Okay, I'm going to give... why does that light change all the time? I'm going to give it about 5 minutes. If anyone wants to ask me any more questions, please just fire them away quickly. I'm having problems with the light here. It's the time of day. There we go. Yeah. Okay, baking soda-ish. Then use less baking powder or baking soda. Or even better, use this recipe because this is nice, really nice. Okay, yeah, lemon and sugar is lovely. What you want to do is use, I don't know what you call it in America, it's called caster sugar here. It's a very fine sugar. It's not icing sugar. You get icing sugar, which is like powder literally, which you use for icing. You have caster sugar in the UK, which you use for baking. Quite a small sort of grain. You want to use caster sugar, which is really fine. Squeeze a lemon and just a little dollop of butter, tiny little dollop of butter. So good. Works really, really well. It's lovely in the morning, wakes you up. But yeah, lemon's got a lot of sugar in it naturally. Lemons have. And when you put a bit of sugar with it, just brings that flavour out. It's amazing. Hang on a second. Let's have a look through this a minute. How do you make lemon sugar? You literally get a lemon and you cut it in half, and you literally sprinkle the pancake with sugar. You get the pancake off the pan, sprinkle it with sugar, put a tiny dash of butter on it if you want to, and then put the lemon on top as well. And you need to do it to taste. Sounds kind of strange, but there's no exact amount. You're squeezing half a lemon over it. So I suppose you could use it by tablespoons. You could do that. But there's no magic quantity. It's down to taste, really. I say that because I just do it without thinking, but there probably is a method to it. which I'll try and find out for you. Classic lemon sugar is the best. See, Salio probably knows there's a recipe for this. I probably got it all wrong. For the lemon sugar, I'll just chuck it on. In a second. So, thank you very much, Sally. Sorry, I keep getting tongue-tied on the Salio bit. Thank you so much, Sally. Yeah, it has been massive growth the last month or so. I've now got 1,500 subscribers yesterday, which is brilliant. I'm really pleased about that. And that's been like about 600 in the last 28 days, along with everything else. It's been fantastic. I really enjoyed it. And it's been really good. Really, really good as well. So I'm really pleased with that. So classic lemon sugar or strawberry Nutella. Now, again, that's something which I don't know about. Is that strawberries mixed with Nutella? Or is that something I've never heard about, a different product? Yeah, really good. Really good, Julia. Chocolate pancakes. Do you mean chocolate pancakes with like cocoa powder in? Or do you mean with actual melted chocolate in the pancake? Because I'd be interested to see how that rises. Hey, that sounds good. Nutella with strawberries on top. Wow, yeah. Now you're making me hungry. That sounds so good. Sounds amazing. Nutella, walnuts and banana. I love banoffee and I love salted caramel as well. So that's another option too. I'm sorry about the light. It is just consistent light. I'm not sure. I'm not really moving while it's doing that. It's probably the focus on the phone. If I was doing a video, I could fix the focus. Doing a live stream, I can't. So that's going to go light then dark, which is annoying. Okay, so that's just, excuse the statement. As I said, I look like Bad Santa today. Right, so Laurie's doing pancakes with cocoa powder in and a little bit less flour. Cocoa powder does make things very dry sometimes, so that's quite interesting. I suppose you'd probably just put a good bit of milk in there as well. Yeah, and add more liquid as well. Excuse me. There's a little bit of a delay between the messages coming through. Give me 2 seconds, be right back. Okay, let's have a look. Sally made banoffee sauce today. That sounds lovely. I should have done that, definitely. Yeah, pancakes are a good Valentine's meal, and this year it's even better. You've got Pancake Day tomorrow, and then you've got Valentine's Day the day after, which is cool if you like that, and that's your thing. Yeah, it's true. Strawberries. Okay. What I'm going to do, just 1 minute, is just move this down to the pancake in a bright area so I can get a still for it. So if you bear with me 1 minute, I'll be right back. I'm still here, I'm just a couple of feet away. Oh, you can see me anyway moving around, can't you? So keep thinking I've got the camera pointed at the food, but it's not. It's pointed at me. So let's go down here seconds. Okay. I'm going to move the camera around a minute. Just move this a minute. That's not quite. Cool. Okay. Julie says that you can add all these cool ideas for pancakes. I wish I had them before. They sound really, really good. So in a pancake, you can add shredded coconut. Julie's making a suggestion of. Excuse me. And That sounds really nice, actually. I expect to probably add some good proteins as well to the pancake. What's a mac-cake? Turbo toast. Turbo toast is here. Um, what's a mac cake? How do I pronounce that? She said Maccakes. I don't know what that is. Mac-cakes, maybe. Cake? So I'm hearing all sorts of cool stuff about pancakes and different things you can put in your pancakes too, which is brilliant. This is why I love these live chats. I get so many different ideas and so many different people come in as well. So it's really, really nice. Has anyone got any questions at all about British food, British cooking, or if you missed part of the beginning of the pancake recipe? So grab one glass of water, I'll be right back. Excuse me, I've been talking for nearly an hour. I'm starting to lose the ability to speak. Hey, Chris is in the house. Alex is in the house, sorry. Hoe cakes made with cornmeal. No, I've never tried them. They sound quite good. How do you make them? Okay, so here we go. Laura's talking about crumbling bacon in the pancakes. Yeah, of course. That's a really good idea. Mike, thanks so much for being here, buddy. I didn't realise you're still here. Savoury mac and cheese pancake. Okay, got you. Wow. Yeah, that does sound quite cool. True Financials. Fantastic to have you here, buddy. Really appreciate it. Really looking forward to the collaboration with you in the next few weeks. That's going to be good fun. So, in fact, that's just reminded me about Sally. Oop, sorry, Sally. I need to get that sorted out. I'll drop you a message or add you on Facebook or something like that as well and have a chat to you about collaboration. It's just being so crazy busy. That's not flattering, is it? But yeah, I will get some sorted out with that, Sally. I'll definitely give you a shout the next 24 hours and talk about things. Being honest with you, since January 16th, all it's been about hitting that target and getting those hours that YouTube requires, and that's what I've had to do. So I've spent probably less time making videos, more time doing lives, and a lot more time pushing those videos out there, the filming stuff. Brilliant. Enjoy editing your pancake video, and I'll speak to you soon, Sally. Thank you so much for being here. Cheers, True Financials. I'll speak to you soon. Turbo Toast, are you still in the house? Can you please tell us what mac-cakes are? Is it what Mike's saying, which is the savoury mac and cheese pancake? Okay, brilliant. So finally, after about 10 minutes, I've had a reply that it is actually mac and cheese pancake. So there we go. Just leave me hanging. It's terrible. I have never tried that. I have had savoury pancakes quite a few times. I mean, you can get places that sell crepes here, or pancakes, or Americans. Laurie, thank you so much for coming from Canada. Amazing to see you again. I hope to see you on the next live stream. Just keep an eye on the tongue-tied. Keep an eye on those notifications, and you'll be let. Keep an eye on the notifications, and it'll tell you when I'm doing my next live stream. Also, there we go. Every time I hit about an hour, I lose the ability to speak. It's unreal. Thank you so much, Laurie. Really appreciate it. Okay, so what have we got here? What have we got? Is it a new kitchen? No, but there will be a new kitchen in about 2 months, 2.5 months. It's complicated, and it's something I can't really speak too much about on a live stream. But yeah, I had plans for one kitchen, and that kitchen's okay. but it doesn't work for live streams at all. And we've got, okay. Hoe cakes are like pancakes, but we made cornmeal, which is pan-fried cornbread. Yeah, I know what cornbread is. I've had that a while back, but I haven't had hoe cakes. Sounds really good. Thanks so much, Laurie. Really appreciate it. I'll see you soon, no doubt. And something's just come up on screen I can't talk about. So that's quite funny. If you're watching this on replay, someone said something quite funny about cakes that can't be re-said, so that's quite cool. Thank you so much, everyone, for popping by. If you're watching this on replay, if you haven't subscribed already, please click that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you don't miss a thing. Reason is I do these live streams sometimes quite short notice, so you get to see me live, which is like Chaos Kitchen. I think that's what I'm going to rename it. I'm going to call it Chaos Kitchen because it is. It's good fun though, and this is what real cooking is about. Real cooking is about, you know, connecting, and when we're cooking on videos, like when we edit them, it's made to look so easy, but really cooking is like this. We do it at home all the time, and it does sort of not always go to plan, and I think that the live one's really good fun for that. I see. So the cakes were made by Native Americans. Interesting stuff. What I'll do, I'll drop you a message because I need to drop you a message anyway. So what I'm going to do is say goodbye to everyone and say thank you so much for popping along to my live stream. Pancakes is the way forwards. Give this a go. It's really, really tasty. Sorry, I seem to be looking over there. The camera's down there, I think. Down there? Yeah. Give these pancakes a go. They never fail. They always work. Really, really easy, really tasty. If you missed anything at all on the replay, just go back to the ingredients. Be fantastic. See you all. Thank you so much. I know you're all laughing because there's something very rude on the screen. Dear me. Thank you very much for me, British Cook. Next time you see me, I promise I'll be shaved and not look like bad Santa. Right, cheers everyone. Thank you. Bye.